against Baylor. There's also the story from Jason Scheer, and I've tried to text back and forth with him. It was a text that Cole Barber, one of the partners, sent to us, that Jason Scheer saying that the Big 12 telling Pac-12 schools, we are going to get this much more money than you. Now, whether it's $2 million or $5 million or $10 million, Jason has been usually pretty good with these numbers, and he's just not available to join us today because of some things he's doing with his daughter, which is understandable. But the responses are based on it's a firewall story that it's significant. Now, significant, is it 5? Is it 8? Is it 10? Is it what? And then we had the Yormark story from earlier this week when he talked about we want to expand out in the other time zone. We want to go into 4 different time zones. So those flares, javelins, the knife fight, whatever, turf war continues as far as those two conferences too.
Yeah, if anything, I mean, I don't know how much of Yormark is like talk versus walk. I do think he's a guy that walks, though, and backs up what he says, but he is certainly rattling the cages. Like, the Pac-12 fans are already not big Brett Yormark fans because of just the disruptions that he's seemingly creating as football season has begun. And yeah, I mean, we don't have the exact details on what Jason's reporting exactly outside of just it would be more money, but I mean, it makes sense to me that it would be more money at this stage. I mean, if they were to add West Coast schools, they go coast to coast. I know some people don't see that as an advantage necessarily because of the fact that there's the extra travel. And, well, what if you got to go from, Tucson to Morgantown? And, there's some, things that aren't perfect in a coast-to-coast marriage. But, compared to here we're national, and here is the Pac-12, and it's like we are – the 3 coastal states, basically. There's a bit of a difference there. And, and if we're talking more money, in addition to that, you're talking more perhaps TV network interest. I mean, you're just talking more. You're talking more of everything. And so if you're a school that's straddling that line of what your future may look like, I mean, I think typically you're going to go for the better offer, but maybe regionality wins out ultimately. But regionality is really like the thing. Well, the only thing that's keeping that together.
USC and UCLA are going to go time zones all the way to play Rutgers and Maryland and Penn State. And
it's a pain in the ass to go from West Virginia to Norman. I know Tucson's further away and even further if you said it was Washington or somebody. But I do think this. I think right now, this is my personal opinion, that the Big Ten is content to sit and wait on what they're going to do until closer to their next TV deal, which will come up before everyone else's.
And closer to the ACCs.
And closer to the ACCs to see what they're going to do, because then they have more malleability to maybe take 1 from here, 2 from here, and say Notre Dame
and
wants
also
to be
see how it works.
You see how it works.
See how this works with teams on the West Coast. And
so the decision for the Pac-12 schools then has to be, so are you going to wait until 2030 to go through this again, or would you rather lock in with another league and just move on? So that's the decision. Do you want to wait until the TV contracts are all up again and we go through this again in 7 years? Or do you say, you know what, let's just pull the plug and go?
All right, well, there's games tonight. We're going to get to that. One of them in